Hello, silver people, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Trey, and today we are continuing our summer study of anatomy. And today's subject is the foot. The foot has a lot of bones in it. So let's get started. All right, so here we have the foot, color-coded bones. And so let's run through them. First, we'll start up top at the ankle. Now, the ankle is comprised of two of the lower leg bones, being the tibia in blue and the fibula in green. And those two bones of the lower leg comprise the ankle. Now, this large blue one in the back is the calcaneus, also what could be considered the Achilles heel, because the Achilles tendon runs along the back and attaches to it. The calcaneus, the heel. Then we have in gold the talus, which makes up most of what is the ankle, or what the ankle attaches to the foot. The talus. Then we have the tarsals, and the tarsals are these five bones here. So we have in orange, a pale orange, the navicular. The navicular is here, orange. It's the topmost of the tarsals. And then we have the cuboid, the lateral cuneiform, the middle cuneiform, and the medial cuneiform. Medial, inside of the body. Lateral is on the outside of the body. So again, on the inside of the body, we have the medial cuneiform in a pale green. The middle, because it's between these two, middle cuneiform. So again, from the middle, the medial, we have the medial cuneiform in a light green, then the middle cuneiform, and then the lateral outside of these three of the tarsals. And then above that is the navicular. And on that far side, the lateral side, the most lateral, is the cuboid. Why is there a lateral cuneiform when this cuboid is here? And I don't know. But that's just how it is. So again, navicular up top, cuboid on the farthest lateral, and then we have the lateral cuneiform, middle cuneiform, and then medial cuneiform. And all these make up the tarsals. And then we have the metatarsals, longer bones, metatarsals in purple. And attached to the metatarsals, we have the phalanges. And of the phalanges, there is a proximal phalange, which is closest, most up top to the metatarsals. Proximal phalanges, middle phalanges, and then the distal phalanges. So it's in three parts, except for the big toe. The big toe only has the proximal phalange and the distal phalange. There is no middle phalange. Interesting. So just two parts for the big toe, proximal and distal phalange. And of the other toes, the other piggies have proximal, medial, or middle phalange and distal phalanges. So proximal, middle, and distal phalanges. And those are all the bones that make up your foot. Okay, so now let's talk about the foot muscles. But first, we have to go back to the lower leg muscles, namely the gastrocnemius and the two heads that go into the calcanea or Achilles tendon. The calcanea, Achilles tendon, coming into the foot proper, well, the heel, but also the tibialis anterior, this is blue on the front, the fibularis longus, fibularis brevis, and fibularis tertius. All these green ones, well, green and gold. Make a note of those, but also the extensor digitorum longus and the extensor hallucis longus. All of these go down into the foot, but also superior and inferior extensor retinaculum, which is bands of fascia that help to hold all these muscles and bones in place. So let's take it how these connect into the foot. So when we take a look at the foot, well, first we'll take a look at the tendons and the fascia around it. Well, we have the calcanea, the Achilles tendon, from the back attaching to the heel, but also the superior extensor retinaculum and the inferior extensor retinaculum. The superior is above the inferior, and they hold muscles and bones into place, kind of locks it down. So we have the tendocalcaneus, Achilles tendon, fibularis longus in green that continues down and becomes a tendon. That muscle comes down, becomes a tendon, along with the fibularis brevis coming down from that the anterior of your lower leg. And it comes down and hooks up, becomes a tendon, and hooks up to your foot. But also the fibularis tertius, which is purple, comes down from the ankle into the foot. The tibialis anterior, that front muscle, comes down and hooks up to the medial side of your foot. And then we have the extensors, digitorum longus, comes down and then splits to become tendons that control the piggies, your digits, your toes. Right? The extensor hallucis longus, this bright red, comes down, and this one goes to your big toe. Right? So whoosh, swoosh. And also the extensor digitorum brevis, of which there are two. Well, I'm combining them both together in this. And again, they attach to the toes. But we have the extensor digitorum brevis in this yellowish green, right, coming and tendriling out into your toes. And also the extensor hallucis brevis, which again is more towards your I was going to say main piggy, but your big toe. And that's this greenish yellow. And those are the muscles, or the ones I wish to name, of the foot. The foot was kind of hard for me to do. It was As an artist, not quite used to drawing the foot for its muscles. You're kind of more drawing it as a feature of the human body that is usually hard to draw. Well, it's tricky because there's a lot of moving parts, and then there's usually breaking into three parts: the heel, the arch, and then the toes. And usually that's how my normal breakdown of it, but there's all this, bones and tendons and all of that. But that was the foot for this summer study of anatomy. And next week, we're going to be doing the hands in much the same manner. I think that'll be one of the last ones. And I think the very last one will be we'll make a dummy of a simplified version of these muscles. We'll figure that out. But I hope that was helpful. And I will see you in the next video. Power to the Creator. Keep on shining, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.